back again. So we're going to continue looking at the arpeggiators in this video, including looking at the MIDI import functionality. But before we do that, I just wanted to show you something which we were going to go back to with the multi-stage envelope generators. Now let's just add the arpeggiator in for all our voices, and let's just go through and put something in here. So we have a pattern playing, a tie-in. There we go. Okay, so let's employ the filter here. Let's go to the mod matrix and let's add in MSEG1. Destination is going to be our filter cutoff. Let's bring the amount up. Let's click on here and let's draw a shape in here. Now you can see that MSEG is being triggered by every single one of the arpeggiator's notes. Now imagine if we didn't want that. We didn't want to re-trigger the envelope on every single one of the arpeggiator notes, and rather we wanted the envelope to kind of develop as the arpeggiator sequence develops. So we can do that using this key on option here. You can compare that to the note on. Now neither one is right or wrong, it's just two different sounds. So it's quite nice having that function available. Okay, let's just reset this sound. And let's switch on arpeggiator 1 again. We'll come across to here. Now we can switch this, as I said, to MIDI playback. Now to load a MIDI file, we click on this little set of dots here, click load MIDI file. Now I've got some things set up here. Now the loading the MIDI file option in this way works better with monophonic parts. Now I'm just going to actually load in one of the June 3 patterns just because that's a quick way to demonstrate it. And you can see here that we now have that added in here. So now I'm playing a C minor chord. It's arpeggiating the chord, or I could play individual notes. So we basically imported the rhythm from a MIDI file essentially. Okay, now the last option allows us to load in polyphonic MIDI files. Now to do this, we need to put the mode onto playback. And then if we load a MIDI file, I've just got some that I've dragged onto the desktop here. We'll load that in, and when we play a key, it will transpose this MIDI file to playback on that root note. We can speed the rate up as well. And then we have the advantage of being able to use this MIDI file alongside all the functionality of June 3. Now you could just put this MIDI file onto a track with June 3 and just play back, a different patch that way. But it's just another way of approaching it really. Okay, so that's our second video on the arpeggiator. Now remember that when we use the MSEGs, we can use note on or key on. Now key on is going to allow us to not re-trigger the envelope with every arpeggiator note, whereas note on is going to re-trigger with every arpeggiator note. Now subsequently from there, we can choose to have our arpeggiator set to MIDI. And we can then load in monophonic MIDI parts, or if we have the mode on playback, we can load in polyphonic MIDI parts as well. Okay, so that's our arpeggiator covered. In the next video, we're going to have a look at our effects buses 1 and 2. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.